I'm non-zero sum James, your companion on this exploration of win-win games. In this episode, Andrew Tane Glen continues his post, Why Cooperate?
Our moral responses are a special kind of learned emotional response from our deeply held moral emotional dispositions. In this way, rather than simply comprehending truth or falsity about something, we feel as if through direct sense when something is good or bad. Being learned, this moral sense can thus be unique to each and every one of us. And while there are cross-cultural correlations for what we feel is good and bad, there are also differences, and indeed there are differences within cultures, between regions, between towns, streets, right down to fine-grained moral differences between neighbouring houses. So is that it for morality? Is it just another kind of, albeit deeply held and emotionally felt, personal preference? Well, yes, but we tend to have far more in common with those around us than we have differences. This suggests there is a fairly reliable process for the transmission of morality, the transmission of these moral emotional dispositions, and that they remain consistent throughout our lifetimes. We can, in this sense, think of morality as a one-time programmable module within our minds. We start life highly malleable in this regard, are then influenced by our experience of the world and the behaviour of those around us, and in this way become inculcated with moral emotional dispositions. Once set, they are not easily changed, except under the most trying and extreme of circumstances, and in this way morality is transmitted reliably. So how does this help our super defector solve their problem of the instability of morality as widespread cooperation, needing to be upheld by continual force? Well, seeing the malleability of a child's mind, all the super defector needs to do is add specific moral training of the young to their more general program of cooperation enforcement. Once this new generation comes of age, pre-programmed for cooperation, the need for and cost of cooperation enforcement will fall dramatically. So long as the super defector is then able to keep their subjects from the desperate circumstances that might break this moral training, ideally through the productivity benefits of the moral system they inculcate, significant cost savings and long-term stability of moral enforcement will have been achieved. The super defector need not stop there, though. A cult of personality offers another layer to our moral training. In addition to being pre-programmed to cooperate, subjects can be pre-programmed to revere their leader, to see them and their offspring as, in effect, a different species, deserving of special moral emotional consideration. One very old tradition in this regard is for leaders to claim descent from God, or to be part God, or in the very least to be descended from heaven. We see this most explicitly in the Sumerian king list and the various Egyptian king lists, spanning thousands of years, certainly a commendable level of stability. More lately, as gods and rulers have become differentiated, we still observe the divine right of kings, or its devolved counterpart, papal approval. Instead of claiming to be a god, the modern super defector simply claims to have permission from God, or permission from God's representative on earth. Now, of note in the above, with regards to the training of our moral emotional dispositions, is the appearance of three key properties of any evolving system. These being 1, reliable replication, 2, the potential for variety, and 3, some form of selection pressure, in this case based on the productivity achieved by the nature of cooperation inculcated. In part 3, we will see how this can lead to our transcendence from the super defector.